My name is Awei Chocho, and working together with the educational team at the Zambia Institute of Marketing, I'll run you through this paper. This question that you can see featured in the ZIM 2019 paper for the subject Basic Finance, and I'm going to show you how you could or anyone could have approached this particular question. I encourage you to try along as I go through how to go through this particular question. My WhatsApp number is right over here. You can get in touch in case you need me to help you with your studies. And this is a YouTube channel. It's Captain 37. I encourage you to subscribe. I invite you to subscribe. And the Facebook page is Marketing Study in Zambia. So let's get straight to it. We are given a trial balance, this one over here. And the question requires us to prepare an income statement. There are two questions. The first one is for us to create to prepare an income statement, and the second is for us to prepare a statement of financial position, which is also known as the balance sheet. The name changed, now it's known as a statement of financial position. So that's what we're going to do, and we are going to get straight to it. So remember that every time, whatever document it is, you need to clearly indicate that it's an income statement. But first, you need to make sure you put the name, and this is Chimuka. We've been told that it's Chimuka, so we're going to write Chimuka. What is it about Chimuka? It's an income statement. Income statement for the year ended 30 June, need to type that correctly, 2019, like that. What do we start with? We start with our sales. That's how an income statement, you start with the sales. Okay, then under sales, there's cost of goods. Cost of goods is made up of purchases. Okay, so actually I'll write add purchases, then add opening stock. Then I'm also going to less closing stock. So I'm just putting the requirements, what an income statement is made up of. Okay, so for the sales of cost of goods, okay, then this is going to give me gross profit, like that. Okay, so now let me enter the figures. So sales, we've been given these figures, which we're going to get from the income statement. Not from the income statement, but from the trial balance. So sales, okay, I'm going to put the sales figure there. How much is the sales figure? The sales figure is this one over here. So there it is. Cost of goods, there's purchases. Okay, this one I'll put it here. Purchases, how much is purchases? There, that is purchases. And I'm going to add opening stock. What is the opening stock? The opening stock, it's here where it says inventory at 1st July 2018. This one here is our stock. I wonder why it says 2018. I think they forgot to change the date. But anyway, that's it. That's not for us to worry. We know that that's the opening stock, so we'll put it there. Then we are going to less closing stock. Where do we get the closing stock? If you look at this particular question here, and this is how this particular question was presented, the closing stock is this one here. We've been given this note, and we've been told that the closing stock, so you look at the date. When you're given the date as the last date of the month, that is your closing stock. But what we're going to do is we're going to less the closing stock. Okay, so it's going to be less like that, right? The closing stock, which is less closing stock, which is 44400, like that. Now I'm going to total these three to find what the sum of these is. Okay, so that particular total, I'll write it here. Just use a formula. These, nope, formula, it's like that. Okay, total these, and this is what I get. So this is the cost of goods. Remember that, as you may already know, your income statement must take into consideration the sales. That's the first thing you do. Then the cost of goods, and when you subtract the cost of goods from the sales, it gives you the gross profit. And therefore the gross profit in this particular case is going to be 50,520. So we are heading there. We are going to be done. and it's just that because I'm typing and doing more than one thing at a time, but these are the kind of questions that attempt them within 8-10 minutes you could be done. Okay, so we're almost done to get our 10 marks, and you can get all your 10 marks. That's the beauty about this particular subject, because the figures are just correct. So we are done with the first part. We now take note of expenses. What are our expenses? Money that we've spent on, activities. What are they? So we get this information, like you already know, from the trial balance. So I'll run through the trial balance and look for expenses. Stationery is expenses. So the stationery. Oh, that's the wrong spelling for stationery. How do you spell stationery? Okay, stationery. What else? Salaries. Oh wait, there's insurance there. Insurance. Okay, then there is salaries. Then there is rent. These are expenses. Rent. Motor vehicles is not an expense, an asset. Furniture and fittings is an asset. Trade receivables, an asset. Sundry expenses, there we go, we put it there. Sundry expenses, like that. Sundry expenses. Trade payables, cash at bank, drawings, office. So these are the only expenses that we have. So let's total them. So how much is it for stationery? For stationery, it is that much. We put it there. How much is it for insurance? Insurance, 680. We put it there. How much is it for salaries? That amount, we put it there. How much is it for rent? Rent is this one, 1,425. We put it there. Sundry expenses, 150. Okay, 150. We put it, copy 150. We're almost done. Okay, so what we can do now is we can indicate the total expenses. Okay, we can write total expenses, which is just the total of these. Okay, the total expenses, I'm going to put this figure right here. The total expenses, these put together, give me 27,600 kwacha. 27,600 kwacha. What I'm going to do next, or what you need to do next, is you subtract your total expenses from your gross profit, and that is what's going to give you your net profit. So the net profit is, you get the gross profit, and from the gross profit you subtract the total expenses. That gives you your net profit. And just like this, we are done with the income statement. You take note of the sales, cost of goods. When you subtract the cost of goods from the sales, you get your gross profit. Then you take note of expenses. Once you total all your expenses, you subtract your total expenses from the gross profit, and that gives you the net profit. The net profit is going to be needed for you when you are going to be working out your statement of financial position. So we're pretty much done, and I need you to appreciate that the more you practice, the better. My name is Savoy. I'll see you in the next lesson.